What's up, my friends? Welcome back to the Drone Camps channel. If you want to get into ELRS, this might be the easiest way to get into ELRS because Betafpv has released the LiteRadio 3. It also has a module in the very back, which I love. So internal ELRS is in this radio. This radio is ready to bind up straight to 2.4 ELRS. Now there might be a 915 megahertz version coming. We'll have to see about that, but this is awesome because this lets us bind up to any built-in SPI version of ELRS, or if you have a standalone ELRS receiver on board. So this has F4 flight controller. This is the Meteor65 Pro, and it's running today on a 1S BT 2.0 connector, 300 milliamp battery. We're just going to plug that into the BT 2.0 connector, and we're going to turn the radio on. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to bind up ELRS because I just wanted you to see in this demo, you'll see that it goes blue when it's connected here, but I'm going to go ahead and restart this bind process. There is a bind button right here on the bottom front of the radio, USB-C port for charging up. We have the trainer port, setup port here, and we have bind button. So you just hit the bind button and you go on the quad. You'll see it flashing red. Go up in the front here, hit this little gold button right here in the very front. If it stops flashing, go ahead and do it again. And when you see that this little guy has gone solid green, you're bound up. That's it. And we'll do it again. Just hit this gold button. It starts flashing. And you hit this one here. And when it goes blue here and solid green here, bam, you're bound. And that's as easy as it is to bind up ELRS for the first time user. Very, very simple. Within a couple minutes we have it bound up. Just giving you a quick overview of how to do that, because I don't know if there's any other reviews out there for the Meteor65 and just how to bind it really quickly. So in the beginning of this video I want to show you that, and then just jump right into some of the flying, because the Meteor65 Pro, it's the one to get in my opinion. It is the one with the built-in SPI receiver, and paired up with this radio, it's the perfect match. So let's go ahead and do some flying now, and I'll show you how fast this little guy is. It's one of the fastest 1S whoops out there on the planet. Meteor65 Pro, here we go. guys, welcome back from the flight test. So today was a little bit wet outside and I almost crashed in a puddle, but it's back in the house in one piece now, and I have to say that this one handles really well in acro or in stabilized mode. If you're brand new, just start out in stabilized mode and work up to acro. Acro is the holy grail of FPV. So on the website it says about 4 minutes flight time. I think it's realistically what I'm getting is more like 3 minutes, close to 3 minutes. And the weight on this little guy is around 22 grams. So, you know, in a real world setup, I've built them somewhere around 21 grams, 20 grams with brushed motors. This one has brushless on there. It is much, much faster than previous year's versions of these. So I think the Meteor65 was one of the fastest indoor quads that I ever flew. And now that the Pro came out, I'm happy with this one because it also has the option for you guys to do a 350 milliwatt VTX setup. So, and it has larger props on this one. I believe they're the same motors as the original 6.5. If you want to go back and get something a little cheaper and you don't want ELRS, you can do that. I'll put the link down below for that one. But it is running the same battery. It's a BT 2.0 300 milliamp 1S battery from Betafpv exclusively, and I believe Tiny Whoop also makes some BT 2.0 connectors. But these are the 0802 SE motors on here, 19,500 kV. One of the things you should watch out for when you're flying these, if you're brand new, just a tip is to check the motors every once in a while. Push down on the prop because these props do start to ride up, and they will come off eventually. And I believe these were 1mm shafts on this one. I'll have to double check. I'll try to find some links to the props for you guys. If you order one of these from my link, please do order some extra props. Also, you want to watch out for hair getting in the motor. Hair will start to wind up in the motor when you crash in the carpet. If you have carpet in your house, or even hardwoods, you can pick up long hair and it will string up inside the motor here. Now we have an F4 flight controller. It also has plug and play motors, which is really nice. So if you burn up a motor, you get some hair stuck in there and it burns up, you can replace that just by unplugging it and plugging it back in. Also, I can remove this. I did remove the one bolt, one screw on one side just to show you guys what's going on under the hood here. This is that F4 flight controller, and you can see a little tower right here. That little tower is the SPI receiver, and that's your ELRS receiver. There's a bind button right underneath it here. If we move this, you can see a little gold button here. That's the bind button, and I showed you the procedure in the video earlier in the video of how to do that. It's super simple. So guys that kind of intimidated by ELRS, this is really simple, guys. So don't be intimidated. We also have that classic Betafpv camera on here. That is the C02 camera, and it's the M03 25 milliwatt to 350 milliwatt VTX under here with that dipole. And I believe you can replace this with something else. A lot of guys are upgrading this to a right-hand circular polarized antenna, which would, you know, work out pretty nice. But I think it's nice and lightweight. I like the tri-blade props. We're going to also review the larger one, the big brother to this one. I believe it was the 7.5. But for today, it's all about the 6.5. If you want something smaller and just way under 250 grams, grab one of these with a couple batteries and this little USB-C charger. It's stupid simple to use, and you can also use it as a little battery tester. So if you plug in a battery without the USB-C plugged in, the display will come on and show you what the cell is reading. So 4.3, and they should charge all the way up to 4.35 volt because these are actually HV batteries. So if we can plug that in and just let it charge all the way up, and it'll go green when it's done. So those are pretty much just topping off, and they'll be ready to go. But you can check out the link down below, guys, and grab one of these Meteor65 Pros if you want. I think this one is definitely a better upgrade than the original one. 350 milliwatt VTX just means more power and a more solid image. So when you're doing the outdoor flying with this, it's going to give you a nice solid video signal, and you can go a little further with the Express ELRS version. So yeah, this one and the LiteRadio 3, in my opinion, this is definitely the perfect combo. For anyone getting started, this is the way to go. Absolutely. You can use my discount code down below for any of the Meteor65s on Banggood. It won't work on the Betafpv site, but I'll put both links for both of these down below. Thanks again for watching, guys. Take care. I'll see you on the next one.